Hey everybody, another MJoy Reads video. I've been working on music and more music to come for sure because I miss posting more music related posts. So yeah, that is definitely cooking. Speaking of music, Eli Conley. If you know about Eli Conley, good for you, you're in the know. And if you don't, check him out. Okay, but this is an MJoy Reads book report / book review. I'm so excited about this memoir. Which she says in the intro, this isn't really a memoir, but for lack of a better term, it's a memoir to me. That's how it reads. But yeah, it's Amy Schumer's The Girl with the Lower Back Tattoo. I freaking just this book made me such a fan of hers. I already dug Amy Schumer, I didn't consider her one of my favorite comics, and now she definitely is up there. And it's really just such a trip, right? When you learn someone's story and you connect with them so much. So it kind of makes you think whoa, maybe that person I'm judging, maybe I need to know more of their story. And then I'll stop judging them. No, but seriously, it's in an essay format. It's broken down in different themes, different essays. And of course, they're hilarious, but they're also stirring and touching and vulnerable and important. She says a lot of cool shit. But just some of the key points here as to why, hey, if you have a couple dollars to order a used copy or something online and read that while we're sheltering in place, I highly recommend it. So not only are there a bunch of adorable photos, let's see if I can get some. Yeah, she and her father have the most adorable relationship. Look how freaking precious that is. So she's very family oriented, and I really love how much she loves her siblings. It's really freaking cute. Made me think of my brother, and our connection. So it's lovely to just read this wholesome familial connection and love, that she has, even though difficulty in every family for sure. But it was just great to have some representation of that. Love that. And I love her commitment to social justice. She just really truly is invested in putting her money where her mouth is and tackling things gun control and reform around those laws, as well as she cares about differently abled causes and just anti-violence, anti-domestic violence, just all kinds of cool stuff. And in a really intersectional, clear way. And of course, I like and appreciate when people explicitly talk about money, particularly if they didn't necessarily totally come from that. And then they achieve this next level, of success. And so she talks about her relationship to money and how it's changed. And she also offers a perspective of when she was a kid, having some secure kind of upper middle class life and then dipping down because of how things changed with her parents and their work situation. And so she's kind of been around, the class experience, and has had a range of experiences. So I thought that was really interesting, explicit conversation around class, which is always great. And she shares, of course, the struggles of being a female, a woman, someone who's read as woman, right, in the comedian scene, and just the sexism there and the misogyny there. So one time she shares this awesome story about winning a competition, and she was, I think, one of the few female comics that were in this comedian competition lineup, and she won, and then this one guy leans over to her and says you didn't deserve that, or you weren't worthy of that. And then she thought back in a reflection of what she thought or what she wishes she would have said, just with some perspective and some space away from that hard time. of like being faced with that, lack of support from a peer. And I love this. She says, she wishes she had said, focus, sir, on your own goals and how to achieve them. No one took your spot. There's room for all of us. And that just really resonated with me because I know, like, with a scarcity mindset, I know that I've felt a sense of competition here and there, and what a cool lift it is to just assume, like, hey, I'm just being me. I'm bringing my art, right? I'm bringing my voice to the space. No one else is doing that. Like, let me make my way. And I think, like, for artists of all sorts, and for salespeople, right, or for teams, or any kind of space where it can feel competitive in like a toxic way, what a great reminder, right? So I loved that. And she also, which I really appreciate, shares a lot of like success mindset golden nuggets. And a huge part of that is bombing. So for comedians, bombing is when you go up on stage and nothing is sticking and you're just met with hostility or dead silence and you can't connect with the crowd and the jokes aren't landing. So I think for the average person, that sounds like, a shitstorm that could kill you, right? If you are the person up on the stage. But she's talking about how you build the muscle of continuously doing that, how bombing is actually one of the best ways, just that continuous failure, to build that and thicken that skin and that muscle. And she says, recalibrates sort of your fear tolerance. And I just thought, God, there's so many places in my life where I would like to recalibrate, and I'm currently working on facing my fear, in relationships and intimacy, right? In work situations. I'm a cold caller, so definitely, right? Like I could always work on that and be better off for working on that. So I just loved, the success mindset reflections and kind of tools that she was sharing there. It's such a gift. And the way I got this book was I found it on, rest in peace, my late grandfather Don's bookshelf. Family was gathered there in his last days. And so we were all kind of just inevitably leafing through his stuff and asking him about stuff. And he was saying, yeah, you can have that, and you can have that. And I was looking at his books, as I do in anyone's house that I'm at. And I saw a name that I recognized. I was like, oh, heck yes. And I was like, Grandpa, had you read this before yet? He was like, no, I never got to it. So I took it home. But I think I see why he bought it. It's just very boom, 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 and I love it. She's talking about too in the book, of being comfortable in the skin you're in, even as a public, female figure, being like ridiculed for your weight and body shaming and all that. And so a lot of great, amazing reminders in this book. Definitely give it a try. If you've seen her stand up or not, this book on its own is an awesome, worthy, fabulous read. The girl with the lower back tattoo. Gotta love that. All right. That's my report. Thanks. Bye.